Hey guys, here we go into a video on Teofimo Lopez versus Kombosos Jr. And we're going to be breaking down and analyzing why Teofimo Lopez is going to be such a massive favorite in this fight. Now, first off, I wanted to talk about a new boxing program that I'm releasing on Vimeo. It's going to be a paid shadow boxing tutorial, and it's going to teach you let me show the page real quick. Here we go. It's got a line drill seminar. It's 26 minutes long, teaching all the ideas present in the line drill. A punch technique seminar that's going to be separate. I'm going to teach you guys how to throw punches correctly from the line drill and from all positions, and how to take the punches that we learn from the line drill and transfer them into real boxing technique. Then we have a line drill here. This is going to be Theo is actually going to be doing this line drill for us, and he's going to be demonstrating the striking version of this, where we're kind of planted and we learn to throw all our punches to all the appropriate zones to learn the proper body mechanics. Then the line drill for rhythm and boxing, where we add layers to it, and we use it to teach ourselves a rhythm in boxing in which we're going to be fighting our opponent. But again, it's all on the line. Then we're going to take what we learned there. We're going to be transferring it to forward and backward shadow boxing with a couple of very simple drills to help you learn to move forwards and backwards through transferring your weight. Then drills 6 and 7 will take all of the things that you've learned there, all of the things that you've been working on, and within the matter of a few days, being able to teach you how to become an aggressive fighter through shadow boxing, help you learn the mechanics, help you learn the traps, help you learn the positions and the angles by going through a series of drills and techniques that I've designed to kind of help and teach that. And then we have that also going defensive. And again, all of these videos are going to be with my friend and my mentor, Theo, or not my mentor, my student Theo. I'm his mentor, and I'll be doing basically little seminars teaching and talking about what you're supposed to be focusing on throughout each of these drills, and you'll be able to watch the videos anytime you want. You'll be able to download them, so check them out. Very, very, very helpful, whether you're a beginner or you're an intermediate or an advanced boxer. Probably if you're already an expert level boxer, you're going to want to be looking at and checking out some of my other packages, as I have a package that I'll be teaching, a very, very private sector of boxing called pendulum boxing. It's my own version of pendulum boxing that I learned and taught myself, and that'll be coming soon. I have those videos almost ready to go, but this one is for boxing, for shadow boxing, and learning how to train and how to take the pieces of shadow boxing that you have, the pieces of striking, the pieces of punches that you have, and turn it into real high-level shadow boxing. All right. Enough of the sales pitch. Let's go ahead and get into the video now. And again, it's $149.99. Yeah, it's excellent quality, excellent content, and I guarantee you will learn a lot. Okay. So here we go, and the first thing we're going to be looking at is Kombosos Jr. Not only is he exploding out of his guard, he's taking this kind of wide step to try to land this leaping left hook, but when he throws his left hook, he doesn't really get his weight across the line, okay? Now, he is, however, bringing all his weight to the front leg so that he can throw this left hook. He's doing most of the pieces of his mechanics of this punch correctly, except that he's not getting his weight to the other side of his opponent's head first, which is going to give him more power, but it's also going to create safety. Because when he gets into this position and he starts his punch from here, he's going to be here throughout the course of the entire punch being thrown, which means he's going to be vulnerable on this side of the line as his opponent finds himself in a position after taking a step back that they may be able to counter. As we can see, he gets stuck right on the line after that punch, and he's not really in a position to have been able to block an overhand right. Now again, we have him doing the exact same thing, leaping in with that left hook, and then here, Lee Selby is getting control of him with that lead hand. This is the first step in landing your overhand right counter against a fighter who doesn't know how to get their weight to the left side of the line or cross the line and get their weight to the front foot before punching. Okay? Now, for all of you that are interested, this is also the idea and the difference between striking, knowing how to throw a punch, right? Knowing how to throw a punch, and then turning it into real boxing, okay? It's going to be the difference between understanding and learning those ideas. As we know, that Kombosos Jr. He throws punches just fine, right? He's won a bunch of fights. He can get his weight into these punches. He's got pretty decent body mechanics. But he doesn't know how to turn this striking idea into real boxing, okay? As he doesn't really have that active of a guard, and he always seems to be throwing his punches from the same position, the same vulnerable position here. As you see, he's very vulnerable to the right hand here. Very vulnerable to the lead right hand here, as he's going to just shoot that jab straight over. And if Lee Selby had just slipped to the side of that, he could have brought this right hand right over the top of it and landed it right in Kombosos' head. Now, why is this important? Well, number one, he's fighting Teofimo Lopez. And Teofimo Lopez is one of the best fighters, top 10 pound for pound. He's very likely a top 10 pound for pound fighter. I would say I gotta put him at number 10. He doesn't have a lot of fights. He can still work his way up. It's not that difficult. I mean, it is difficult. Pound for pound, yada yada, right? But it's important just to mention his name in the talk of pound for pound because of the fact that he is that good. He is a very, very, very good fighter, and he's only getting better. He's so young. So here we have Richard Comey making a very similar mistake that Kombosos makes quite often, okay? Now, he comes forward, and he has his head on the right side of the line, okay? Teofimo Lopez's head is here, and the middle of Teofimo Lopez's head is here, and Richard Comey's head is on this side of Teofimo Lopez's head. And he's going to enter the line ready to throw a punch from that position. And that means that he has to cross the line from that position to throw and get weight into that punch, but it also means that he's going to be exposed on that left side. Now notice, both of these guys are doing an excellent job of bringing their head to the other side of the line and getting their head to the other side of their leg, okay? This is very important because Teofimo Lopez still winds up starching Richard Comey here. He still gets him. He still knocks him out. But the part that's really important here is that Richard Comey is very good at getting his way to the front foot. He is very good at guarding the line with the right hand. He is very good at setting up his jab and making sure that that jab can be as safe as it can, as safe as possible by controlling his opponent with the right hand first, by not just blasting out of his guard, right? And by being able to slip and pull counter and throw punches and control his opponent to make sure that he doesn't wind up in any undue, how do you call it? In bad positions, right? And any more extra danger than he needs to be. And look, Richard Comey doing an excellent job of following up and making sure that there aren't very many rhythms or timings or opportunities past this one that Teofimo Lopez can really capitalize on him being out of position. Now, it's very important to point this out because Richard Comey is a very, very good fighter, in spite of the fact that he got starched by Teofimo Lopez. So we're going to take a look at him trying the very similar things against Nakatani, as Nakatani looks to blast out of his guard with this left hook here, and Lopez is able to get to the front foot of his own, and if that was a right hand, Teofimo Lopez would have gotten off the side of it. And then he's able to come back. I can't really tell if he lands his shot or if it's getting picked up here. If it's getting picked up here by Nakatani. But the idea is that he's ready for his opponent to blast out of their guard here. And here Teofimo Lopez is pull countering that jab, right hand right over the top. And again, if we take a look at Nakatani, he's very similar in that regard to Kombosos Jr. The only difference is he's not as tall. He's not going to be as hard to hit cleanly as Nakatani was, as Nakatani had a lot more range, a lot more height advantage. But, as we can see here, Teofimo Lopez easily able to turn that pull counter into a right hand right there and land that shot, constantly challenging Nakatani's ability to just blast out of his guard and throw these punches for free, as Teofimo Lopez can keep up with him and change positions and threaten him. Now, we all know that the Nakatani fight was not an easy fight for Lopez. It was not an easy fight. Nakatani is very difficult to fight. He holds a lot of physical advantages, and that's okay sometimes. What we want to focus on here is the idea that Teofimo Lopez not only was able to do this to Richard Comey, who is a much better fighter than Kombosos, but we want to also focus on the idea that Richard Comey is very good at trying not to let this happen to himself. Very good at it. And the difference is, Kombosos Jr. is not good at it, okay? He's going to have a very difficult time entering the line. As we can see here, Lee Selby probing and using his lead hand to draw Kombosos into him, right? And then walk him into the shot. That's exactly what Teofimo Lopez did here, as he feints and draws Richard Comey into the line so he can set up this blasting right hand of his. Again, this fight lines up very, 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 very well for Teofimo Lopez, and it should be an absolute destruction of Kombosos Jr. I don't see the fight going 5 rounds. Maybe not even 3, as Kombosos Jr. doesn't look like he can maybe even take a punch very well. Again, he doesn't really get his head off the line, right? So, if he's going to get stuck on the line, Teofimo Lopez is one of the worst fighters you could possibly fight to get stuck on the line with, or to be stuck on the line with, because he hits hard, he throws his punches quickly, and he can set those bad boys up too. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my Vimeo page. The link will be in the description. It'll be in the comments. If you happen to purchase it and you have any questions, there will be comments left available on Vimeo for you to leave your questions and post your questions and comments and leave feedback. And if you have questions, I'll get to them and I will answer them on the Vimeo, or we can work it out privately, but probably on Vimeo. Again, the videos will teach you how to learn how to throw every single punch in boxing, how to make all of the movements, the motions, and how to do them all shadow boxing in a way that makes sense and will teach you not only how to control your opponent with the feinting and the probing and the positions, but allow you proper body mechanics to allow you to layer your attacks with speed and power on top of the excellent rhythm that you'll already be enjoying. Now, the last thing is, again, I'm also going to be coming out with a pendulum boxing series to teach Russian pendulum boxing. It's not the Russian version, it's my own version. I would say it's much better. I've had people on Patreon learning it. And if anyone in the comment section from the Black Belt Boxing program on Patreon, if you guys want to comment in the comments below and let everyone know what you guys think about it without telling everybody what you're doing. Just kidding. Don't say anything. But it's really, really cool. Pendulum boxing is, well, you guys know. It's for speed and power, right? Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to check out the boxing seminars. Thanks, guys.